Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Crisean. If you're a returning subscriber, hi y'all. In today's video, in celebration of Pride Month is not over with, so we're gonna keep celebrating to the end. Celebrate with me with my iced coffee that I keep spilling all over myself. And today, the topic of this video is dating. Yes, this is a brief description of my dating life. If y'all want to just celebrate yourself, celebrate me, celebrate all things the queer community, here's some stories. I got some stories to tell, little brief stories here and there about my dating life and my thoughts, my opinions, my lessons learned especially. So take heed, y'all, because y'all can learn a lot of lessons from me because I have done some things. So clearly you can tell that I am of the feminine persuasion. So dating in the gay community and being feminine, y'all, it has its ups and downs, it has its challenges, but it also has its rewards. At first it will be because of society and because what people, gender roles and masculine and feminine things that people place on us before we get into this world, and then when we're born, and then when we're growing up. I was like all the other gays, little gay boys, little gay babies, wanting to be masculine, wanting to fit in. And especially it's a difference between wanting to society and wanting to uphold society's masculinity or what they think masculine or how they want you to be masculine in this world. Then when you start dating in the community, it's a different masculine persona that I feel like we are trying to achieve. And we are not just trying to achieve that masculine persona for society or for our parents or immediate families. We are now performing for the men. We are now performing for trade. We are now performing for anybody who will love us, want to cuddle with us, take us home. We are always performing. I was not exempt from this. So I just remember trying to deepen my voice, trying to change the way that I walk, trying to change the way that my mannerisms were. Like, boys can't talk with their hands. They can't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? They can't do any of this. So trying to be as stiff as possible. And I remember me and my cousin, and we were our first year at community college. We went to the same community college. We had this thing that we were like, oh, let's not act too girly, let's not act too feminine. So we would correct each other every time we seen each other do it. So it was like, oh, you move your hands too much, or you walk with a switch too much. Straighten that up. The whole thing is just performative, y'all. Trying to get a man, because when you go on the apps and you start dating, you realize who everyone is trying to get. Everybody who is trying to snatch up and take home. That is a masculine presenting, Prince Charming, just the ideal man that society upholds. That is the Michael B. Jordans of the world, the Henry Cavills of the world, anybody else in the world. I can't think of nobody else at this moment. But yeah, that is those types of men everybody's trying to buy for. Gay men, straight women, and everybody in between who likes that kind of man. Because they are the standard. They are the standard. So trying to deepen your voice, trying to watch how you walk, even lying about the things that you like, having more of his interests. So it was just this whole performative act. And then eventually you just gotta choose yourself and you gotta say enough is enough. Because if this guy's not gonna love you for you, then when y'all get in a relationship or y'all start talking and then all those things come out and then it's not what he wants, then you're on the chopping block regardless. So you're on the chopping block for being yourself, and then you're on the chopping block for lying. So and he's gonna walk right out that door. And even when we are ourselves, in your dating, people still can leave you. So it's just best to walk away being yourself than being somebody else anyway. So when I started being myself and started not caring, it was one thing of me, because early on I did learn to be I was learning to be myself, and I did this very early on. But then that's why I say life is a journey, and just because you make one solemn vow today doesn't mean that that vow is not going to change tomorrow or in the future. Or sometimes it could be subdued, or you hide it for safety purposes, or like my purposes, trying to find a man, trying to cover it up, trying to switch it up a little bit. But then finally I said, no, I'm going to be myself regardless. I'm going to dress the way I want to dress. I'm going to talk the way I want to talk. And I'm going to act the way I want to act. And it got to a point where, and I think for me, it definitely was when I was sitting on the couch with a guy. My friends was in the house. They started voguing. And after this, we were in his car, and he was like, do your friends normally vogue? Do your friends normally act like that? And I'm like, yeah, they act like that all the time. And he was like, well, I don't think I could get down with that. I don't think I could be friends with somebody like that, especially in the voguing scene. And I think that in that moment, that was one of the defining moments that I recollect, that I was like, this ain't me. If he can't be with me and my girls and can't love my girls like the way I love them, then he gotta go. They've been through hell and back with me. We've been through hell and back with each other. So, to the left, to the left. If you find people who love you no matter what, and will ride for you no matter what, in all your flaws and all of your glory, then keep those people around. And just because we want the fairy tale love and we chasing a man or sex, then that person gotta go. So I started being myself, not caring. So then that in itself starts to, and by the way, most of them guys, butch queens anyway. So once they get comfortable in themselves, and once they let down their walls, they ended up being just as feminine as you are, just as feminine as your girls. And they don't always be the hyper masculine guys that they say they were or they wanted, because everybody is chasing masculinity to have courtship with. The most feminine of us, the in-between butch queens, or even the hyper masculine are dating or vying for hyper masculine. So anyway, I say all that to say, be yourself, be who you are. So being feminine and embracing that, it comes with a whole different set of types of guys. And I'm talking about, in my experience, the bisexual. Yes, every man that I have dated, every man that has been in a long-term dating situationship has been bisexual. And I think two things play into factor with that. My stature is in physicality of being small and petite, and being feminine, presenting feminine, having feminine features. And I think that goes with the whole them liking both halves and being attracted to masculine and feminine. So you get guys who, especially in my experience, who have dated women, so they bring a lot of that to the table, a lot of hyper masculinity that you envision for when you want a guy and you start dating, but you don't really want, especially as a gay couple, because hyper masculinity still like femininity, be femininity. And if you are a straight woman who loves masculine, hyper masculine men, then I think that allows for that. But in a gay couple relationship, it kind of doesn't work, because it becomes toxic and it brings up a bunch of toxic triggers that you have had to grow up with, of people putting you in the box, so then he putting you in the box, of he wants to be the dominant one, he wants to be the person who makes the decisions, have the say so. I am not somebody who is going to sit there and let you make all the decisions. I am not going to sit there and let you be the sole leader of this relationship. I don't know, maybe because I was born male and those things were ingrained in me to follow, and a lot of those teachings just not in me, or just maybe I just been around too many strong women who have led their whole entire life. But either way, it just doesn't work for me. It does not work. I am not going to do what you say. I am not going to. Your advice is not going to be the only advice. You're not going to not want to watch chick flicks with me. You're not going to want to not do pride things with me. And they weren't even like, they were like half in, half out in a closet. Like, some of their friends knew, some of them didn't. So all their friends knew and their family didn't. So they wasn't trying to do pride with me. And I always was like, I'm going to be an advocate. Once I came out, once in my first pride, I was like, I'm going to be an advocate for the community, an activist in my own right for the community, and I'm not going to look back. So you're not going to put me in a closet. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to not be a part of my life, because I did put my things out on social media publicly. Obviously, I want to be some type of public figure. So in some shape or form, I'm going to be in the public eye. So taking me back in the closet just doesn't make sense. And you want to be with me and being in the closet definitely doesn't make sense. So, not saying this about all bisexuals, because we do have a lot of bisexuals, especially nowadays, who are proud to be both, and they're not trying to like hide their gay side and uplift, or trying to live their life in that straight side. So you have a lot of men like that, but that wasn't my experience. I had the hand in getting them out, pushing them out of the closet, or we just parted ways and it wasn't what it was. I feel like it brings a lot of bisexual guys who are attracted to both the masculine and the feminine, and for some reason, and another thing, because of we're striving for that male standard, everybody wants a tall man. So I feel like the bisexual guys, they override that, because they already automatically know that when they date somebody, or half of the group that they date will always be shorter than them anyway. So I think that comes to the play because I love a butch queen. I don't know why I love a butch queen. I just love a man who is in touch with his feminine side, loves the things that I love. I want him to be everything in the community, all the colloquialisms, all of the pride-isms. I want him to invoke all of that. And I like him dressing in that in between lines. And I don't know why, but especially when a masculine presented guy has feminine ways, like with the hands and with the walk and the way he dresses, I'm just attracted to that. And hyper masculinity just does not do it for me. Like, the whole just aesthetic is just not for me. It would be interesting, because I have not dated yet, like, for regalia. So it would definitely be interesting in dating. And another thing, y'all, the bisexual guys, the best I ever had. Still to this day, best I ever had. So call that what you want. Maybe because they got a slice of both pies and they got the experience to work both, but to this day, the best I ever had. So I told y'all what some of the things that I do like. Some of the things that I'm not really messing with are age gap relationships. I know that is a hot topic now, and everybody want a daddy or a mommy or whatever. It is all in the media. It is with the celebrities. But I am not interested in a huge age gap relationship. It just doesn't, I guess it's just the ideal of huge age gap relationships, like that 15 to 20 or that 10 to 20 situation. Is just like not for me. When I was in high school, when I was 17, one of my best friends had a cousin, had a god brother, and he was 30 at the time, 29, 30, early 30s, and I was 17, and we were dating. I was mad with her because he was still married, and she did not tell me they were separated. But all in all, I'm not down with that. I've never, even at a young age, I was just like, that never ends well with anybody, and that just doesn't seem fair to the person who doesn't know. I always felt it deceitful, and to cheat in a marriage or in a relationship in general, and just to the whole separated thing. Now that I'm older, it's not as cut and dry as I thought it was, because when you're separated and you don't want nothing to do with that person, you're really trying to move on with your life and find better, greener pastures. But back then I'm like, I don't care, separations, y'all need to be divorced, blah blah blah. It's not that easy. It is complicated. It is more complicated than you think. But back then I was like, no. But I am mad at him because why are you 30 dating a 17-year-old? And I'm glad I never did anything with him. We never, just a kiss. It was just a kiss. So that was some illegal shit. Now that I look at it, it was illegal shit. But no harm was done to me psychologically, emotionally, nothing, none of that. And the crazy thing is, we had to meet at the school. After I got off of school, that's when we would meet. And most of the time we would meet in a mall. So that in itself says, why? That is just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Just to date somebody so young, y'all really have nothing in common. This person really can't do anything. I can't go into clubs. I can't drink. I cannot do pretty much anything by myself on my own without my guardian's permission. Why are you dating me? So yeah, it wasn't, I don't think it was my best friend's fault, and it wasn't mine, because when you're young, you really don't know. You don't know the way of the world, and you're trying to be grown, and you're trying to break those rules of the way of the world without knowing the way of the world. Found out he was still with his wife, still separated, but they were living in the same house, which another no. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't deal with it. I thought you were divorced. And that's another thing. He told me he was divorced. But then later on down the line, it was a separation, because not only was he her god brother, but I knew her godmother, which was, I think, his sister or cousin. They had a relationship together. All three of them had a family type unit in some form of fashion. So she would talk, and I'm like, what? What? I thought he was, but she didn't know though. And I'm like, no, this has to end. And I ended it, and that was that. And yeah, water off a duck's back. I would never go through that. Which comes to me, my turn. I can't date with nobody younger than me. Anybody 3 to 4 years, the max. If you're out your 30s, I can't do nothing with you. I cannot do. I'm in my 30s. I expect you to be in your 30s. So, and I'm like, and even since I was younger, like, I just didn't find someone younger than me attractive. Like, if I found out, and that's the funny thing is, when I was in my late teens and early 20s, if you were a year younger than me, I was turned off. I just want to date somebody my age or older. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like, I'm older than you young, get out of here, kid. It can be a whole year younger than me, and I'm like, get out of here, kid. And it just didn't, it was something about it just didn't sit well with me. I was just not attracted to it. I was trying to be grown off, being grown sexy, do my own thing. I was trying to grow up. So y'all, as I go off and I explore my dating options now, because I've been going through a lot. These past few years have been a whirlwind. It has really knocked me on my ass in more ways than I can even count. And I am completely not the same person that I used to be. My whole mindset has changed. The way I go about things have changed. And my heart has changed. So as I explore my new dating realm, this new dating world coming up, getting ready to want to date again, my checklist is gone. I don't really have a checklist. I just want somebody who will be respectful, who is respectful to me, to other people, and love me for me. You don't have to have the nicest of things. You don't even have to have, like, I know this might be premature to say, but you don't even really have to have like a planned out goal set for yourself, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people don't. And they go with the flow, or they just take opportunities for what they are, and that doesn't make them bad people. And a lot of those type of people be secure financially, and they handle their business. So you don't even have to have a set goal. I do want you to be creative, to be honest. That's like the only thing that I have on my checklist. I want you to be some type of musician. Like, my dream would be for you to be a musician or a content creator. Like, that's just my only few things that I prefer you to be. But if you're not, then that's fine with me. But yeah, my checklist is gone. It's gone out the window. I don't care about it anymore. It doesn't faze me. It doesn't faze me for you to be this type of person and have a certain type of swag to you, or I don't know. I just can't describe it. You know how, like, we all have our checklists, and I just want somebody at the end of the day that I can sit with and be comfortable with, and we don't have to say nothing to each other. We just enjoy each other's company, and we just love on each other and take care of each other and take care of our family and be a part of each other's families. Yeah, like, yeah, that's what I'm searching for. Like, no more checklists. No more checklists. I do want you to be healthy, though, to be honest, and I hope this don't come off any kind of crazy way or controversial way. I do want you to be healthy. I don't want you sitting around ordering a bunch of junk food, not liking vegetables. That turns me off. People who don't like to drink water and people who don't like to eat vegetables, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, how I know it's not that most ideal thing, but it's literally your life force. That's like telling me, like, I don't feel like walking. Like, I just want to sit here forever. That's literally how you live. Like, telling me you don't like water, you don't drink water because of the taste, sends me. Telling me you don't eat vegetables sends me. Like, that is one of the only things that I am not tolerating. No, it's not like one of the only things, but the most important things is if you got a fucked up disposition. That is the one thing. If you disrespectful in any way, hateful, uncaring, you out the door, period. If you smoke cigarettes or do drugs, you're out the door. Sorry. If you don't like water and you don't drink water and you don't eat vegetables I'm just gonna say it. Oh, and if you don't like Pride, if y'all been watching my channel, y'all know I look forward every year to Pride. I love Pride. Pride makes me feel just free, accepting, I can just like let the weight of the world on my shoulders hang out with me. Even though in recent years it has deemed having a lot of pressure for me, and that's only because I'm trying to be a content creator and things just gotta flow. So that's the only thing that I can't be. I don't feel like I'm as free as I would like to be because I got a camera in my face. But that's my choice and that's nobody else's, so I'm fine with that. But if you don't like Pride, you out. You out the door. I don't care. So cigarettes, drugs, no vegetables, no water, and no Pride, and being disrespectful, you out. I just can't do it. That is all for this video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed chatting with y'all. A little something fun for Pride. If y'all haven't watched my coming out video, watch that. And then enjoy all the rest of these videos. I am a content creator, y'all, and I am working hard at this. So I have a plethora of things on this channel that y'all can enjoy. I got some eating videos, I got some makeup videos, I got some outfit videos, and just everyday regular vlogs. If y'all just don't care about people just doing absolutely nothing, because that's what I do around the house, and just having conversations and cooking and just doing the little small things in life, then tune into my channel, y'all, because y'all gonna love it here. Come be a part of the crowns, because we are royalty. Not literally, but figuratively and emotionally and mentally. We are royalty and we got crowns, y'all. Everybody is royalty. So yeah, so come be a part of one of my crowns. And yeah, and just enjoy it. Just enjoy this channel. Just enjoy the vibes. We are a safe space, no judgment free zone. Unless you're out here doing something crazy to somebody, then we're judging because good judgment keeps you alive. So not all judgment is bad judgment. So yeah, let's come be a part of what I got going on. So I'm Crisean. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell somebody else. Subscribe to me as well. And let's get on this journey together. 2024 Pride Month, y'all. Happy Pride Month.